Alright, welcome back. In this tutorial, we'll be covering the sighting systems module or sighting systems management. And what it is a way to track what optics or sights you have and how are they assigned to our firearms. So we'll start with the sighting systems and we'll jump straight into it. We can have a look at the form. It's pretty standard. So sighting system name, it's a short name for a scope. Try to keep this generic, but um, to a scope, not to the firearm that it's mounted on. And everything else is reasonably straightforward. So I'm not going to do data entry today for you, but we will look at different scopes and different ways of using this module. So the first one is straightforward. We have a scope. I gave it a name that means something to me. Um, I purchased it from somewhere. I was a little bit lazy and I left it blank, but price, date purchased, the brand, model, focal plane, and all the all the specifications for it. We can add notes. So you can say, oh, it has illuminated reticle. We can add a URL to a product page, and we can add pictures. So we've covered all the file upload widgets and everything else. So this is the sighting system, and the form itself is reasonably simple. Where the feature comes into play is when we're looking at it in a table view or in a responsive touchscreen view. It's much easier to show table view, so we'll work with that. But if you have an iPad, you can use the other view. Uh, None of the scopes are currently mounted on the firearm, and there's a button here called firearms. So if we click it, we'll know exactly where that particular sighting system is assigned. So we'll go to that in a second. The other way of using this is adding red dots, and obviously red dots don't have focal planes and whatnot, but you can still use it. So, or well, I use it. I add a sighting system name, adjustment, minimum zoom, maximum zoom is obviously one, and that's enough information to go on. The other way I use it is I also keep my um, open or PIP sites in here. So in this case, a Skinner site, which is a metallic PIP site. It's not a magnifying optic, but I still use this platform to keep track of it. So there's many ways of using this. After we've added this, we can go into firearms management. So let's say a handgun, and we can say, well, actually, this firearm here has a sighting system assigned to it. So we can do it in one of two ways. We can actually define a sighting system from this page, just in a quick way. If if we're lazy, if something's already attached to a firearm and we're doing data entry, this is just a quicker way of doing it instead of going back to the sighting system module. If the firearm already exists, it'll be in this drop-down table. So this handgun will say we're using, let's say we're going to use Hollow Sun red dot, and we will update the firearm. So in terms of firearms, yep, we have this Hollow Sun assigned to it, and that's pretty much it. Inside sighting systems module, however, if we look at the Hollow Sun, we can say that yes, it is mounted. And if we want to know where it's mounted, we can click on the firearms icon over here. And it'll tell us which firearm and what it is. And we can actually go straight to that firearm. The other thing to notice that if there's a relationship between anything, between powder and a recipe, between a firearm and a sighting system, then that record can be deleted until that relationship is removed. So if I want to delete the hollow sun, for example, this red dot over here, I'll say yes, and the application will say no. The sighting system was not deleted, it is being used. So we can have a look where it's being used. We can go to the handgun, we can remove this relationship, go back to our sighting systems, observe that there's no longer a relationship, and we can delete this record without any issues. And the firearms information will be empty. Keep in mind that you can have a quick release optic, a thermal, infrared, which can be um, preset for multiple firearms. So you can have multiple firearms assigned to a single optic, and all of those will appear in here. And I think that that covers it. I think that's pretty much it for the optics part of the tutorial.